Have you been hitting the gym consistently, putting in the work for that bigger chest, but not seeing the gains you deserve? You're grinding away, pushing those weights, but your chest just isn't growing the way you want it to. Well, you're not alone. The dumbbell press is a staple exercise for building a powerful chest, but many people make critical mistakes that sabotage their progress. These mistakes often go unnoticed, leading to frustration and plateaus. It's not about lifting heavier weights or spending more time in the gym, but about fixing these small yet impactful errors. Imagine doing everything right, only to realize that minor adjustments to your form could lead to huge improvements. In this video, we're diving deep into the 5 most common dumbbell press mistakes that could be holding you back from unlocking massive chest gains. We'll break down each mistake, showing you exactly what you're doing wrong, and more importantly, how to fix it. You can build a stronger chest, protect your joints, and see faster results by addressing these mistakes head-on. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make when hitting the dumbbell press is letting their elbows flare out. They think they're mimicking the barbell bench press, but all they're doing is shifting the focus away from the chest and onto the shoulders. This not only reduces the effectiveness of the exercise, but also increases the risk of shoulder injuries. So how do you fix this? It's all about finding the right angle. Instead of letting your elbows flare out, aim to keep them at about a 45-degree angle from your body. This might feel strange at first, but it's the sweet spot for targeting your chest without straining your shoulders. The 45-degree angle is a safe and effective compromise for optimal chest engagement. Remember, we want to build a strong and healthy chest, not just a big one. Let's talk about your forearms, because believe it or not, they play a crucial role in maximizing your dumbbell press. You see, many guys make the mistake of bending their wrists inward as they lower the weights. They think they're adding more weight, but all they're doing is shortening the lever and shifting the load from the chest to the triceps. Think of your arm like a lever. When you keep your forearms vertical, you create a longer lever, which means your chest muscles have to work harder to move the weight. But when you bend your wrists inward, you shorten that lever, making the exercise easier for your triceps to take over. Now, I'm not saying that your triceps shouldn't be working at all during the dumbbell press. They're definitely involved, but they shouldn't be the primary movers. We want to keep the focus on the chest, and that means maintaining a vertical forearm position throughout the entire exercise. Here's a simple cue to help you maintain proper form. Imagine you're holding a glass of water in each hand. You wouldn't want to spill that water, right? So keep your wrists straight and your forearms vertical, just like you would if you were carrying those glasses. Another helpful tip is to focus on pushing the dumbbells slightly inward towards each other as you press them up. This will help to engage your chest muscles even more and prevent your elbows from flaring out. Remember, the dumbbell press is a chest exercise, not a triceps exercise. By keeping your forearms vertical, you ensure that your chest muscles are doing the heavy lifting and reaping the growth rewards. Chapter 3. We're tackling a mistake that's all too common, especially in our desk-bound world-rounded shoulders. You see, when your shoulders are hunched forward, it's like trying to fire a cannon from a canoe. You're not going to get the power or the results you're looking for. Rounded shoulders are a recipe for disaster when it comes to the dumbbell press. Why? Because they force your chest to cave in, significantly reducing the activation of your pectoral muscles. Instead of your chest doing the work, your shoulders end up taking over, leading to imbalances and potentially even injuries. So, how do we fix this? It's all about opening up those shoulders and creating space for your chest to expand. Before you even touch those dumbbells, take a moment to correct your posture. Imagine a string pulling your chest up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down as if you're trying to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. This simple adjustment makes a world of difference. By opening up your chest, you allow your pectoral muscles to fully engage during the dumbbell press. You'll feel a much stronger contraction, and you'll be able to lift more weight safely and effectively. But it's not just about fixing your posture during the exercise. You need to make a conscious effort to maintain good posture throughout the day. Be mindful of how you're sitting at your desk, walking down the street, even just standing in line. The more you practice good posture, the more natural it will become. Remember, good posture is essential not just for building a bigger chest, but for overall health and well-being. So stand tall, open up your chest, and watch those gains soar. Chapter 4. We're about to expose a mistake that's so subtle most guys don't even realize they're doing it, overextending at the top of the dumbbell press. You've lowered the weights with control, you're pushing them back up with intensity, but then, just as you reach the top, you lose all tension in your chest. It's like letting the air out of a balloon before the party even starts. Overextending at the top of the dumbbell press is a surefire way to sabotage your chest gains. Here's why. When you bring the dumbbells too close together at the top, you're essentially taking your chest muscles out of the equation. The tension that you've worked so hard to build up is released, and the exercise loses its effectiveness. Think of your chest muscles like a rubber band. You want to keep that rubber band stretched throughout the entire exercise to maximize muscle activation. But when you overextend at the top, you're letting that rubber band go slack, and you're not getting the full benefit of the movement. So how do you avoid this common mistake? It's all about finding the sweet spot at the top of the press. Instead of bringing the dumbbells all the way together, stop the movement just before they touch. Your elbows should still have a slight bend in them, and you should feel a constant tension in your chest muscles. This might feel a little strange at first, especially if you're used to locking out your elbows at the top. But trust me, your chest will thank you for it. By maintaining tension throughout the entire range of motion, you'll maximize muscle activation and stimulate greater growth. Remember, the goal is to build a bigger, stronger chest, and that means keeping those pectoral muscles working hard from start to finish. Don't let overextension rob you of the gains you deserve. Chapter 5. Let's talk about bench angles, because if you're sticking to just the flat bench for your dumbbell presses, you're missing out on a whole lot of chest building potential. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece with only one color. You need different angles, different perspectives to create a complete picture. The flat dumbbell press is great for targeting the middle portion of your chest, but it neglects the upper and lower regions. To build a truly impressive chest, you need to hit those pecs from all angles. That's where incline and decline presses come in. Incline presses are your secret weapon for building a chiseled upper chest. By setting the bench to an incline of 15 to 30 degrees, you shift the emphasis to the upper pecs, helping you develop that coveted chest shelf. Decline presses, on the other hand, are your go-to for targeting the lower pecs, giving your chest that full, well-defined look. Set the bench to a decline of 15 to 30 degrees and focus on lowering the dumbbells with control towards your lower chest. Now, I'm not saying you need to ditch the flat bench altogether. It's still a valuable exercise for overall chest development, but by incorporating incline and decline presses into your routine, you'll ensure that you're hitting all areas of your chest, maximizing muscle growth and creating a balanced physique. Remember, variety is key when it comes to building muscle. Don't be afraid to experiment with different bench angles, rep ranges, and even dumbbell variations to keep your muscles guessing and growing. Outro. There you have it, guys. The 5 dumbbell press mistakes that could be sabotaging your chest gains. Now that you know what to look for and how to fix it, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Remember, it's not about lifting the heaviest weight. It's about lifting correctly. Focus on your form, control the weight, and feel that chest working. Consistency is key. Don't expect overnight results. Building a bigger, stronger chest takes time and dedication. But if you stay consistent with your training, focus on proper technique, and avoid these common mistakes, you will see incredible progress. And trust me, the feeling of accomplishment when you finally achieve those chest gains you've been working so hard for is well worth the effort. So, are you ready to take your chest workout to the next level? Start making these changes today, and you'll see improvements not just in your physical strength, but in your quality of life overall. And don't forget, for more tips, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to keep learning about how to improve your workouts for better health and muscle gain. Now that you know the #1 exercise to lose belly fat, it's time to put it into practice. Are you ready to transform your belly and finally achieve the results you've always wanted? Remember, the secret isn't in quick fixes, but in consistency and dedication over time. By adopting this simple exercise and combining it with healthy habits, you'll be investing in your health, well-being, and longevity. If you want to continue this journey of health improvement and fat loss, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We have more amazing tips to help you achieve your goals and live a healthier, more active life. Let's go together on this journey.